Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind. Good evening and Jai Hind. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope all of you are doing well. And yes, today we are having this class a little bit later. Like we were supposed to take the sessions at 5, but due to some other classes which were going on, we have rescheduled it for 5:45. Okay. So I hope now I am properly audible and visible to everyone. Yes, I am doing well. I hope all of you are fine also. Okay, so in the last session, we have discussed about some of the topics, and today again there are some important topics in the current affairs. The first topic which we are going to discuss today is about the anti-globalization movement which is going on in United States. So that is one thing which we will try to see all the different news articles which are there in today's newspaper. First, we will take a glimpse of those news articles which are there, and then we will try to talk about the new US administration, and it is not just about the new US administration, it is about the entire Western countries. Okay, that right now they all have been going in this anti-globalization movement. So we will try to analyze this issue. So this is one thing which is related to your GS paper 2. This is one thing related with your GS paper 2. Okay. Then there is another news article which is there with respect to this Mullaperiyar Dam. We have discussed this in the past also. Okay. This is more related to your prelims, not with GS paper. It is more related to your prelims topic. Okay. Then we have this one news article with respect to Sangam water and CPCB again. Now this is again something going on, and there are two terminologies here which we have to see. One is BOD, biological oxygen demand, and there is another thing, dissolved oxygen. So these are two terms which was there in the news, and this is again related to your environment. This is again related to environment. In the past, there have been questions on it also, so we will try to see this topic as well. Then we will talk about this James Webb Space Telescope. I think that many of you know about it, but still we will try to read about this. We will try to know about this James Webb Space Telescope. That what is this James Webb Space Telescope? What is the utility of it? Where it is located? Who has launched this? So this is one thing which we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay. But before we go into that, let us practice some questions on the basis of topics which we have discussed in the last session. Okay. So see, okay, so here we have one question with reference to import tariff. Consider the following statement. Import tariff increase the price of imported goods, making domestically produced goods relatively more competitive. This is the first statement. Second is saying a higher import tariff always leads to an increase in government revenue. Import tariff can lead to trade dispute and retaliatory tariff from other countries. How many of the above statements are correct? So this is one question. Himanshu is saying, so please try to ask mains question also. Okay, fine, I will give you mains question. Okay. Right now, since we are in prelims mode, that's why we are discussing more of prelims question. But fine, I will give you questions. Okay, with anti-globalization. So tell me about this question. With reference to import tariff, consider the following statement. First is saying import tariff increase the price of imported goods, making domestically produced goods relatively more competitive. Second is saying a higher import tariff always leads to an increase in government revenue. And third one is saying import tariff can lead to trade disputes and retaliatory tariff from other countries. Okay. Okay, so B option and C option. Just look at this part. Import tariff can lead to trade disputes and retaliatory tariff. That is correct. So this part is correct. A higher import tariff, but it says that always. So it will not always lead to this, because when we have higher import tariff, then it will reduce the import. It will lead to also reduction of import, and hence the government revenue will not increase always. It is saying that it will always increase. So that's why the second statement is incorrect. When you are having higher import tariff for a long period of time, this may actually lead to reduction in the import and reduction in the generation of revenue for the government. Okay. And third is saying import tariff increase the prices of imported goods. That is true, making domestically produced goods relatively more competitive. Okay. So first and third are correct here. Answer will be option number B. Now, second is saying consider the following statements. Periodic labor force survey is compiled by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The labor force participation ratio in urban India is higher than rural India. Which of the statements given above are not correct? Question number 2. Question number 2. Okay, so I think D option, C option. Okay, so see here. If we look at this, the first one is saying periodic labor force survey is compiled by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It is done by NSSO, National Sample Survey Office. It comes under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So this first one is incorrect. Second is saying the labor force participation ratio in urban India is higher. So this is also incorrect. We have seen labor force participation ratio in rural area is much more higher as compared to urban areas. Now the question is asking which of them are not correct. So here the answer will be option number C. The answer will be option number C. It is asking not correct. Okay. So here the answer will be option number C. So see the questions carefully also. Okay. Now coming to the third question. Last day we were talking about this rare of the rarest doctrine. Now in that context, we have this one thing. In India, the power to commute a death sentence lies with the president, governor. Option is 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So this is question number 3. In India, the power to commute death sentence lies with C option, A option, B option. Okay, so I think most of the people are going for option number A. That is 1. Okay. Now see here, one of the important thing here, there is one thing called as pardon and there is one thing called as commute. So both of these things are different. Pardon means to remove the conviction, to remove the sentence and everything. That is called as pardon. Commute means to change the nature. Commute here is to change the nature to life imprisonment or anything else, to less severe form of punishment. Okay. So the governor, he cannot pardon. He cannot pardon a death sentence, but he can commute a death sentence. Pardon means removal of all charges, removal of conviction and everything. So that is something which cannot be done by governor. So governor cannot pardon, but governor can commute. And the question is asking the power to commute a death sentence. So here the answer will be C option, both 1 and 2. Okay. So that is also one important thing which you have to keep in mind. Pardoning power is different, commute is different. Pardon means removal of the guilt and all other factors, like he will not be even considered convicted or guilty. There will not be any punishment. The governor cannot do that. President can do it. Now, on the other hand, commute is simply changing the form from death punishment to any other form. So that can be done by the governor. So answer here will be option number C. Okay. So here answer will be option C, both 1 and 2. Now, coming to the first topic for today, that is US administration and anti-globalization. Let me first show you the clips, the newspaper clips which are there in today's newspaper with respect to US administration and its decisions. Okay. First is, it is saying no one can argue with me on tariff structure. Second, it's saying Trump tells dictator Zelensky to move fast for peace or lose Ukraine. Third is saying Trump foreign aid freeze leaves crucial Pacific projects in limbo. Fourth is saying amid tariff war, Trump says unfair to US if Tesla builds factory in India. And this is the picture of some of the illegal migrants who are being deported back to their countries. Now, of course, US has the power to deport these people back to their countries if there has been illegal migration. But the manner in which they have been deported and the manner in which US administration, US Border and Patrol Organization, not anyone else, not any private party, US Border and Patrol Organization has officially tweeted a video in which people have been shown in chains while they are being deported outside of United States. This is the most inhumane display of the work of any government. Of course, you have the right to deport any person who has come to US illegally. But the way it has been done and the way it has been even uploaded on Twitter or any other platform, the way they have displayed this is the most inhumane activity which has been done by any of the democratic government. US calls itself as a democratic country. No democratic country in the world will display this. Of course, many countries are doing this, but no one has that courage to show it to the world that we will treat the illegal migrants like this. We will tie them with ropes or tie them with chains, and we will also tweet a video of that. So that is the audacity of US government. Now, let us come back to this United States. Okay. So see, what we see that in the recent times, in the last 10 years, there has been an anti-globalization move. Okay. The entire Western world has become this. The entire Western world is becoming a protectionist regime. They have adopted a protectionist regime. They think that their job, their economy is hit by migrants. Their job and economy is now being challenged by some other countries. Okay. So this is again showing this one nature. That how the white man's burden theory is still going on. They think that they are superior. And if other people are coming to their cities or to their home, now they think that it is very bad. Now, if you look at the origin of United States has been built by the migrants. If you look at the history, the people who are actually there in United States right now, they are not the citizens of United States, or they are not the original inhabitants of United States. They have come from France, they have come from other parts of Europe. They have settled on the land of United States. They have removed the original people from United States, and now they think that migration is bad. United States is a perfect example of this hypocrisy. That they have been formed, this entire country has been formed due to migration. migration from Europe and all other places. And now the way they are behaving with the migrants, it shows that how a democratic government can lose its credibility. So again, now they are having this anti-globalization movement. Why they are having this anti-globalization movement? Okay. See, now if we are talking about this, that why this anti-globalization movement, first thing is the quality of labor. Let us understand about this. First thing is quality of labor. Quality of labor. Now in United States, when there was sudden boom due to this globalization, when in United States and other countries, when there was a sudden boom in their economy due to globalization, they have got enormous amount of money. So people in United States started having this lavish lifestyle, and generally the skills, the education quality, the technical or vocational education came down. And even if some people were having it, they were demanding higher salaries, they were demanding higher money. Now, as a result of globalization, some people migrated from various parts of the world and they went to US and other developed nations. They were ready to work at the lower wages, and hence what we see that the US labor or the US labor force, its employment level were decreasing. Many of the people in United States, they were not getting the job. Okay. So what we see that they were not skilled. First, they were not skilled. So a skilled labor from US from Asia. A skilled labor from Asia. They came here at cheaper wages. Okay. And this led to increasing unemployment. So now all of a sudden, since there is more public pressure in the home state itself, there is more public pressure in their state, now they think that they should deport all the illegal migrants. They think that illegal migrants are the migrants itself are the major challenge to the economy. Okay. They didn't realize that at once they have flourished. They have flourished, their industries have flourished, they have started dominating over the world because of these skilled and cheap labors from different parts of the world. So they have used this cheap labor to develop their industry, and now when their industry is already dominating, the other developing countries have not been able to compete with them. Now they want these people out. They want that these people should be out of United States. So that is one thing. They have extracted the benefit, so they now want it out. Okay. Yes, Rohan, see, India has not yet submitted its BTR to UNFCCC. Once India submits it, then we will discuss this. There was an announcement that this will be the first time that India is going to submit its BTR. So once it does it, once it gives that how much carbon we have reduced and how much carbon sink and all has been created. So after this, we will discuss this part, because this has been only as a claim. Okay. After that, we will discuss. Himanshu, when we talk about president and governor, we don't talk about individual person. President means union government. Governor means state government. Okay. So union and state government are represented by president and governor. Okay. So governor there means state government and president means union government. Now, so this is one part. Like when we talk about this, there is one thing, labor. Second thing, what we see that now throughout the world, if we look at the United States, throughout the world, 1945 to 2010, this was the period when US was expanding. Okay. When US is expanding and US was reassuring the world that we stand with democratic countries. We stand against any such autocratic rule and all. Okay. So US was saying, US promised standing with democratic, standing with democracy. Now the question is why? Why they do this? Because they wanted market access. They want market access. Okay. They wanted market access, hence they stood with many of these countries. Whether we are talking about Afghanistan, when we talk about any other countries, they have wanted a market access. So while the time they were getting this market access without any such responsibility, they were very much happy. Now all of a sudden they are telling this Ukraine also that either you agree on the deal or you can lose the Ukraine forever. Okay. Now whatever the problem is going on in Ukraine, Ukraine is like involved in a war which it could have simply avoided. If Ukraine would have been having a good relations with Russia, Russia would not have invaded Ukraine. Ukraine was having a good relations with Western countries, with European countries and with United States. So it is paying the price for that. It is paying the price for that. If Ukraine was at the same time maintaining a good relations with Russia, it could have easily avoided any war. So they have been siding with US and all other powers from the beginning, and now this is the one result which they are getting. US has given its weapon to Ukraine. US has given the weapons to Ukraine, but with a condition that you will not use this weapon beyond the border region, that you will not use this weapon in the interior parts of Russia. So that is how US has been helping Ukraine. So that is one double face of US also, that how they are treating their partners. Okay. So their interest was this market access. Once this market access is gone, or they have already dominated it, now they don't want anyone else. They don't want to give any fund to others. Okay. The third important thing, if we talk about the foreign aid, there are two things which are involved here. Who got the profit? Who got the profit of globalization? Who has got the maximum profit of globalization? The Western countries, the US and developed economies. They have got huge access to market all over the world. They have built an institution in form of World Bank, in form of WTO. They have dictated the rules of trade. They have dictated the rules of giving the loans and all other things. World Bank, IMF, WTO, dictated by the Western powers. So they have made the rules for the world. They have got the benefit out of it. And now when the challenge is coming, they think that this is all bad. Okay. Then second principle is, there is a very human principle here. There is a simple saying, with great power comes great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. So on one hand, this is a cheating also, and on the other hand, it is a moral deviance. It is a moral or ethical deviance from the true path. Okay. First of all, United States has got enormous resources. These resources it has built up on the cost of other worlds or other countries. When it has got all the profit because of technology and all, so it has built up on the cost of other countries. Now, if they have got enormous amount of money due to these companies, so it is a moral responsibility of United States to help the countries. Okay. For India, like there is one small article that they are helping India with $21 million for Election Commission of India. Okay. $21 million. You will find that one MP will be spending more than that in his election poll. Okay, $21 million, then more than that will be spent by some MPs in their election campaign. Okay. So for India, $21 million is not a big amount. Okay. But for other African countries, this might be a good thing for their health or education. So you have extracted the resources out of Africa, and now you think that they should not be providing it. That is also one thing. It is an ethical deviance. And this is, in short, cheating. Okay. So first they have got all the benefit, and now they are also having this ethical deviance also. Plus, at the end of all this, the one thing which is here, this is the most inhumane. This one is most inhumane activity or action of any democratic nation. So while the United States and its agencies are giving lectures to Asian countries, like if anything happens in India or any other part of the world, there are certain agencies in United States which start giving lectures that how you should be treating the citizens, how you should be treating the migrants and all. So this is how they treat, and they have also this audacity that they are displaying it on their official Twitter handle. They have made a special video for this, of displaying how the illegal migrants are being deported in chain. So that shows the audacity, and this shows that how immature a democracy can be after more than 250 years. Okay. That is one thing which we see from the US actions in the present time. Okay. That this anti-globalization movement is going on, and when you have a popular leader, when you have a too much popular leader, but with little substance, with little sense of what's going around the world, this is what the world gets. So in powerful countries, there is more and more requirement of sensible leaders rather than popular leaders. In any of the powerful countries, we talk about the entire world. In any of the powerful countries, there is a requirement of a sensible leader, but rather than a popular leader. So populism is the source of authoritarianism. Okay. When there is a populism, there is the rule for, or there is the beginning of dictatorship. Okay. So that is one thing. Why is US itself displaying, say? That is the audacity, that is the immaturity. That is the immaturity of US administration. Okay. They think that this is good. That is the immaturity of them. United States Border and Patrol Organization, the one which is in charge of migration, it has made an official video on its Twitter platform for this. Okay. It is showing that people are being deported in chains. Okay. That is the immaturity of the administration. Okay. Now, coming to the second topic. Okay. So again, we have this one news. Again, we have this one news. This news is with respect to Supreme Court. Okay. Supreme Court in related to Mullaperiyar Dam. Okay. So tell me about this dam. We have discussed about this dam in the past. So tell me about this. What do you know about this dam? Where it is located? Tell me about this. Where do we have its location? Where we have this location of this dam? Right now the court case is going on with respect to this. Supreme Court has asked this panel, which has been formed by Center. Okay. A committee has been formed by the Center on January 3 this year, which is going to look into this Mullaperiyar Dam issue. Okay. So what is this? Kerala managed by Tamil Nadu. Okay. Yes. So we have discussed about this in the past also. It is located on the confluence of Mullayer and Periyar River. It is there on this convergence of Mullaperiyar and Periyar River. Okay. It is located, this one is located in Kerala and it is managed by Tamil Nadu. This is located in Kerala but managed by Tamil Nadu. Now, again, we have seen that it has been given to Tamil Nadu on a lease of 999 years. Its final construction, if we look at its construction, it was completed in 1895. Constructed in 1895. Okay. And this is given on lease. This one is on lease to Tamil Nadu for 999 years. Okay. So this is on lease to Tamil Nadu for 999 years. Okay. Yes. This Periyar Lake plus the 100 hectare land around this area. Okay. 100 hectare land, sorry, 100 acre of land around this area that has also been provided to Tamil Nadu. Okay. So this is one thing on lease to Tamil Nadu for 999 years. Okay. Due to this dam, an artificial lake has been created. Artificial lake is also here, which is simply our Periyar Lake. Our Periyar Lake. So now what is the controversy with respect to this? Tamil Nadu wants to increase or it wants to change this dam structure. It wants more water in this dam. It wants to have more water in this dam. It wants to raise the level. It wants to raise the level by somewhat 6 feet. Okay. Right now, it is at 136 feet. Right now, its size is 136 feet. The current size, the current height. Tamil Nadu wants it to be 142 feet. Okay. Tamil Nadu wants to increase the height of water. It wants more water in this dam. Okay. So Kerala wants it at 136. Tamil Nadu wants to increase it. Kerala is saying that this dam is already 126 years old. It is more than 126 years now. This is almost 130 years old. Okay. This dam is almost 130 years old now. So there is a safety concern of this dam for Kerala. So Kerala wants it to keep at the same level. Tamil Nadu is one of the region which is having this deficiency of water. It is having this deficiency of water. Hence, it wants to increase the this dam level. We have also talked about the Weller and Penner link in the previous sessions. We have seen that Weller and Penner links are also there. That is also there in Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu is facing this water crisis right now and hence it wants to increase the size here. So that is one thing which we have discussed in past also. Okay. Now, once there was this question in UPSC, which one of the following is not a lagoon? This was one of the questions asked in past in UPSC with respect to this. Okay. Which of the following is not a lagoon? So can you tell me what will be the answer here? Which of the following is not a lagoon? Can you tell me what is a lagoon? What is a lagoon? Of course, here you know that Periyar will be the correct answer. This Periyar Lake is correct here. Okay. Generally, what we see that this is one of the artificial lake. It is a artificial lake due to a dam. Due to a dam. And if we talk about the lagoon, if we talk about any lagoon, so lagoon is also like a lake only. It is a type of lake. But what is unique in this lagoon? Can anyone tell me what do we call as a lagoon? Sea water, yes. Yes, that is one important thing which you have to understand here, that when we talk about the lagoon, it means here the sea water is getting trapped. Sea water gets trapped. Sea water gets trapped by sand or geographical features. Okay, so that gives the rise to this lagoon-like structure. So on this we have already got a question. On this we have already got a question like about the Periyar Lake. There was a similar question also like this. Which of the following is an artificial lake? Kodaikanal, Kolleru, Nainital and Renuka. So in 2018 there was a question like this. Artificial lake. तट किनारे पाया जाने वाला लेक. Yes, that was correct. तट किनारे पाया जाने वाला लेक. So tell me about this question now. Which of them is an artificial lake? We have this one option: Kodaikanal, Kolleru, Nainital and Renuka. What will be the answer? Renuka, D option. Anyone else? Like, why D option? Renuka is one of the lake in Himachal Pradesh. Okay. Renuka is one of the lake in Himachal Pradesh, and if we look at this, it is a natural lake. In fact, it is the largest lake of Himachal Pradesh. So Renuka lake is like named after goddess Renuka. Named after goddess Renuka. It is there in Himachal Pradesh. It is a natural lake. Nainital, of course, it is again a natural lake. Nainital, Tal means lake. Okay. So again, it is Nainital. It is a natural lake. Kolleru, again, if you see at the map, Kolleru is near this Andhra Pradesh region. It is also your Andhra. It is also a natural lake. The Kodaikanal is basically, Kodaikanal is one of the lake which has been created especially. Okay. If you look at this, Kodaikanal is a star-shaped lake. This is a star-shaped lake. Okay. If you look at this, this is a star-shaped lake. You will find that it is having a star-like feature or a star-like appearance like this. Okay. It is a star-like lake which was constructed in Tamil Nadu. Okay. So Kodaikanal is one of the artificial lake. In the past, they have given match the pair type question also for artificial and natural lakes, and even direct questions are also asked. Okay. So remember this one part. Periyar Lake is one of the artificial lake. Okay. Can you tell me some other artificial lakes, other major artificial lakes? Any other major artificial lake which you know? One is there in Bhopal. Any other artificial lake which you can tell me? Gobind Sagar, yes. Gobind Sagar is one of the important lake. Anything else? Gobind Pallav Sagar is there. There is one in Hyderabad also. Okay. In Bhopal, there is a Bhoj lake. Raja Bhoj. So on his name, a Bhoj lake is there. Okay. Then of course the Gobind Pallav the Govind Ballabh Pant Sagar Lake. Govind Ballabh Pant Sagar. There is also a lake, Jasmand Lake. So on the name of Raja Jai Singh, we have this Jasmand Lake also. Okay. So this Govind Ballabh Pant Sagar, that is also one thing. Okay. So these are some artificial lakes. These are famous artificial lakes. Nizam Sagar, Hussain Sagar, okay. Nagarjun Sagar Lake, yes. So Hussain Sagar Lake is also there in Hyderabad. Then Nizam Sagar is there. Nagarjun Sagar is there. So these are some of the artificial lakes which has been created due to formation of dams and all. Okay. So when dams and other things are created, it also leads to creation of some of these lakes. Himayat Sagar is also there. Himayat Sagar is there. Lake Pichola is also there. So they are some of the examples of artificial lakes. Okay. Now, coming to the next part. Coming to the next topic, Sangam water and CPCB. Okay. Sangam water and CPCB. Okay. So UP CM has said that Sangam water is perfectly pure. Okay. This is fit for drinking. But there is another agency of the government, CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board. It has said that it is not even safe for taking a bath. Okay. So there are two claims. One is from UP government. Okay. UP government has said that it is fit for drinking. UP government has said that it is fit for drinking. And then there is Central Pollution Control Board. Even today and yesterday, 19th Feb and 20th Feb, Central Pollution Control Board has said that it is unfit for taking a bath. Okay. That leave the drinking part, it is not even safe for taking a bath in the water at the present moment. Okay. Now, all these things has gone to one another organization, NGT, National Green Tribunal. So National Green Tribunal has asked the UP State Pollution Control Board. It has asked this UP State Pollution Control Board that what is the level of pollution here. So then UP Pollution Control Board has filed an affidavit in NGT. It has said that this water is fresh for fit for drinking or fit for taking a bath. But there is a catch. UP Pollution Control Board has submitted an affidavit in the NGT on the basis of a sample which was collected on 12th January. Okay. So what has happened that UP Pollution Control Board, this has filed an affidavit and it has given sample of 12th January. You know that the Mahakumbh started on 13th January onward. It has given a sample of 12th of January. So again, NGT has said that why are you mocking the process? Why are you mocking with the process? Why are you giving me such things which are just for delaying these things, just for delaying the process and all? So that is one thing which is going on. Okay. Now in all this process, what we have to see, like this is one thing, wasting time. Okay. So the NGT has asked this, that are you trying to waste the time of the NGT or not? Why you have submitted an affidavit based on the samples of 12th January when the Mahakumbh started later after 13th January onwards? So why you have given a affidavit of 12th January? You should have given the latest one, the present one. So that is one thing which was said by NGT. Now there is one thing. Right now what we see that the BOD level was 5.09 milligram per liter, okay, on 16 Feb. Okay. So we don't have to remember these facts, that what is the amount of biological oxygen demand right now. This is not relevant for us, that we will remember the data. But what we have to see that what is the safe limit. Okay. So what is the biological oxygen demand first? What is this? What is this biological oxygen demand first? And then what is the safe limit? So see, when we talk about this biological oxygen demand, or it is also called as biogeochemical oxygen demand or biochemical oxygen demand. Okay. So what is this? It is the amount of oxygen. It is amount of oxygen required to decompose the organic waste in any water. It is basically the amount of oxygen required. Like suppose that if there is any river or any pond or any water body, so in that we also have bacteria, and these bacteria are helping to reduce the pollution level. But in order to reduce that pollution, they need a supply of oxygen. So BOD is basically a measurement of this oxygen requirement. It is measuring the oxygen requirement. If there is higher BOD, it means more polluted water. It means there is more polluted water. Higher the BOD, higher the polluted water. If there is high biological oxygen demand, it means the water is extremely polluted and it requires more and more amount of oxygen. So this is a tool of measuring the pollution. BOD is basically a tool of measuring the pollution. So what is the safe level? The safe level is below 3 milligrams per liter. The safe level of BOD is below 3 milligrams per liter. It has been rising up to 4.6, 5.29, 5.09. So it has been almost double. It has been almost double near the Sangam at various locations. Okay. So this is why the CPCB has said that it is unsafe for taking a bath. Okay. It has said that water is considered safe for bathing when the BOD level is below 3 milligrams per liter. But here the BOD is higher than that, 5.09 at 4.6 or others. So this is one part, what is BOD and what is the meaning of higher BOD. Okay. There is also one thing called as dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen. So what is this dissolved oxygen? Okay. Suppose that if we are having this one glass of water, in this one glass of water, some of the atmospheric oxygen will be dissolved inside it. Okay. The oxygen which we are inhaling in the air, that oxygen is also getting dissolved in any water. Okay. Suppose we are having one glass of, if we are having one glass and it is having some water, so there will be some of the oxygen molecules, which will be dissolved into this. It will be dissolved into this water. So normally what we see that if we talk about fresh water, generally it is 8 to 9 parts per million. 8 to 9 parts per million. That out of 1 million particles, 8 to 9 particles will be oxygen. Okay. In fresh water. Fresh water here means the water which is not salty. Fresh water doesn't mean polluted or not. Here the fresh water means the water which we get in rivers, groundwater, etc. That fresh water. In saline water, it can be something around 6 ppm. Something around 6 ppm. Okay. Like you can see here on this graph also you can see this is the part where we are getting. So near about 6 ppm, that is what we see in seawater. And in fresh water, we get it somewhere here 9 ppm. 9 parts per million. In the air around us, it is 2 lakh per million. Okay. In the air, we are having it at 2 lakh particles per million. But in water, it is very much low. 8 to 9 in the fresh water, around 6 in the saline water. So that is also one thing, dissolved oxygen. And this dissolved oxygen is what we require for the marine species or aquatic species. This is what we require for aquatic organism. The aquatic organism are breathing from just this 8 or 9. This is the level for air. So we are getting 2 lakh particles per million. But in this water bodies, there is 8 or 9 ppm in fresh water, 6 ppm in saline water. So that level is already on the lower side. And if more pollution, if pollution is increasing, if pollution increases, then dissolved oxygen will decrease. It will decrease. Okay. So increasing amount of pollution is also a threat to dissolved oxygen. And if dissolved oxygen reduces, it will lead to death of organisms. If there is lesser dissolved oxygen, it will lead to death of the fishes, death of the aquatic organism. So this Sangam water crisis, which we are seeing right now, the higher level of pollution, it is not just harmful for the humans or the devotees who are there, it is also harmful for the water-based organisms or the fishes or the aquatic organisms in the Ganga river system. Okay. So that is one of the challenge which we see right now in Sangam water. Okay. So the main thing is we need to find a solution for this. We need to find a solution for this, that how to control this high level of pollution. Okay. How to control this high level of pollution, because it is unsustainable and unsafe both for humans as well as the river. Okay. I hope it is clear. That what is dissolved oxygen, what is biological oxygen demand. Like if the dissolved oxygen comes below 3 or 4, it is harmful for the fishes. If it is 8, 9 or 10, it is good for the fishes. Okay. So this is the level of dissolved oxygen. If there is higher dissolved oxygen, it is good for the aquatic organism. If it is not, it is harmful. Okay. So there was a question on this also. Biological oxygen demand is a standard criteria for measuring oxygen level in blood, computing oxygen level in forest ecosystem, pollution assay in aquatic ecosystem, or assessing oxygen level in high altitude region. So that is a question which was asked with respect to this pollution. I think you can answer this now. Yes, of course, now it is very much clear that it is pollution assay in aquatic ecosystem. It is about the pollution level in the aquatic ecosystem, that is biological oxygen demand. There is one more question with respect to NGT and CPCB. NGT and CPCB. First one is saying the NGT has been established by an act, whereas the CPCB has been created by an executive order of the government. The second is saying the NGT provides environmental justice and helps reduce the burden of litigation in higher courts, whereas the CPCB promotes cleanliness of streams and wells and aims to improve the quality of air in the country. So that is one question again from UPSC. This is one more question with respect to the NGT and Central Pollution Control Board. So what will be the answer here? A option, B option. See, if we look at this, first one is saying NGT has been established by an act. Yes, of course. We have the NGT Act of 2010. This has provided for establishment of NGT. But we have seen Water Act, the Water Act of 1974. It has provided for CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board. NGT Act of 2010, it has provided for NGT. So this first one is correct. Sorry, first one is incorrect. It has been created by a law, which is Water Act of 1974. Second one is saying the NGT provides environmental justice and help reduce the burden of litigation, that we know, and CPCB has this duty. So the second one is correct. Hence the answer will be option number B. Okay. So that is our one another topic. Okay. Now, one last topic for the day, James Webb Space Telescope. So why we are discussing this topic? Basically, there was a news right now, and that is with respect to black hole. But we have discussed black hole multiple times in the past also. So we are just going to look at this James Webb Space Telescope right now. Okay. That what is this James Webb Space Telescope? Who has launched it? And what is this special thing? So see, when we talk about this James Webb Space Telescope, it was launched in 2021. This one was launched in 2021. Okay. This was launched in 2021 on 25th of December. Okay. There are three agencies which are involved here. There is NASA of United States. There is Canadian Space Agency. Canadian Space Agency, of course, from Canada. And then we have European Space Agency. European Space Agency. So what is this? As it is clear from the name, it is a telescope. Okay. So this is considered as the most powerful telescope ever built. Okay. Most powerful telescope in present. Most powerful operational telescope in space at present. So this is considered as the most powerful operational telescope in the space at present. Prior to this, we were having this Hubble telescope. Prior to this, we were also having this Hubble telescope of NASA itself. Okay. Now, what is unique about this? Like when we talk about this, what is the special? What is the special thing? What is special about this James Webb Space Telescope? The first thing is its location. The first thing is its location. This is located at L2 point. Okay. At L2 point. Can you tell me what is this L2 point? Can you tell me what is this L2 point? Anyone? What is this L2 point? It is Lagrange point. Okay, L2 point is basically Lagrange point, and we have certain points L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. These are called as Lagrange points. These are called as Lagrange points. And this is a point where gravitational pull of two objects cancel each other. Okay. So see, there is a pull from the sun side also. Like suppose if there is something on L1, so there is a gravitational pull towards the sun also, a gravitational pull towards the earth also. So a combined result of this leads to almost negligible gravitational force at this point, here, here, and this third point. Okay. So generally in a two like system, suppose here we have the sun and earth. So between earth and sun, there will be 5 points generally where the gravitational pull of each other will be cancelled. So at this point, we have the James Webb Space Telescope. So first thing is its location at L2. You will find that it is always shielded from the sun. This one is always shielded from sun. It is always shielded from sun. When the earth will move up, this point will also move up. Okay. So this is a dynamic point. It doesn't mean that it will be fixed here only. When the sun will move up, this point will also go along with the earth. When earth is going up, it will also go with earth. Okay. So this is a point which will always be shielded from the sun. So it will get no sunlight. It will have no sunlight. So when it is having no sunlight, then it will be able to see the other objects of the space. So this will help it to see the other objects of space. To see other objects of space. It is the same, a simple concept. Suppose if you have a torch and you have a halogen. On one side you have a halogen and there is a small torch also. Both of them are being lit in the same direction. So you will be able to see just this halogen. You will not be able to notice the light of the torch. Because as compared to the halogen, the light which is coming from here will be feeble. So you will not be able to see it. Like the stars are always there, but you see them in the night only. Why? Because during the daytime, the sun rays are quite extensive, quite prominent, and hence you are not able to see the light of the stars. So this James Webb Space Telescope is located in such a position that it will always see the other objects. It will not get the sunlight. Sunlight will not be reaching here. It will be shielded by the earth. Okay. So it will be able to see the other objects of the space. Okay. There is another part of it. Another part like works on infrared radiation. Works on infrared radiation. Normally, the previous telescopes, they were using the ultraviolet or other rays. Okay. Now, this one is working on this infrared. So, it will be able to catch the feeble lights, the radiations which are coming from very far places. Okay. So, it will be able to understand infrared coming from various part of universe. This has also been called as, this James Webb Space Telescope, it has been called as a tool for time travel. A tool for time travel. How it is a tool for time travel? Suppose that some event, there is an event in our universe. Let us say that there was a star which collapsed, or there is a galaxy which was formed 5 billion years ago. Let us say that a galaxy is formed. Let us say a galaxy formed 5 billion years ago. And this is located in a very far away place of universe. So light from here, so light from this reaches James Webb Space Telescope. So light from this will reach the James Webb Space Telescope now. So we will be able to see what has happened in the past 5 billion years ago or some billion years ago. So the things which has happened like in the past also, we would be able to see them with the help of James Webb Space Telescope. It has given multiple pictures. It has given pictures of various black holes, the main black hole of our galaxy, and various other things. So that is the uniqueness of this James Webb Space Telescope. Okay. Now there is one question for you. We also have launched a mission, Aditya probe. So can you tell me on which point we have the location of this Aditya mission? Where we have this Aditya mission? Yes, the Aditya mission is here. Here we have the Aditya probe. Okay. And on this side, we have the James Webb Space Telescope. Okay. So that is the location of Aditya 1. It will always see the sun. This will never see the sun. Okay. So this point will never see the sunlight. This point will always see the sunlight. Moon will be somewhere here. Moon will be rotating around this earth, revolving around the earth somewhere here. It is beyond the moon. Okay. It is beyond the moon. It will never get shielded by the moon. So that is the location of this Aditya 1. So always, it will always see the sun. James Webb Space Telescope will never see the sun. That is the main thing here at L1 and L2 point. We don't have anything at L3, L4 or L5. So that will be all. You have asked for this one question of mains. So let me give you one thing. Analyze the factors. Analyze the factors responsible for rise of protectionism and anti-globalization in the world right now. What could be its possible impact on India? So this is one question for you. You can write it in 250 words. Okay. You can mention the main points in the comment box also. You can mention the main points, the main factors in the comment box also. That analyze the factors responsible for rise of protectionism and anti-globalization across the world. What can be its possible impact on India? Okay. So that will be all for today. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. and then we will discuss some more topics. Okay. See, there are certain topics which I leave from time to time. When I am leaving them, it is simply because let them develop first. Let the topics develop first. If it becomes important for exam, then we will discuss that also. Okay. So here I generally focus on those topics which are already important for exam or which are more relevant for exam. Okay. Okay. So thank you everyone. Let's meet in the next session tomorrow at 5 p.m. and then we will discuss the remaining topics. Thank you and take care. Okay. See, okay, let's see this question tomorrow. Okay. Thank you everyone. Take care and all the best. Thank you.